Hello dear friends, welcome back to GDC Classic English. In this video, I am going to solve the previous year pharmacognosy questions, especially topic-wise. Yes, so you should know which topic has a good weightage and which topic has a less weightage. Okay, so you need not to study all the topics, but there is a weightage for the topics. Okay, so in order to understand that weightage, in order to tell you that weightage, okay, so we have started previous year questions analysis with respect to the topics, okay, with respect to the different topics in pharmacognosy. Okay, yes, okay, if not till now, if you have not subscribed this channel, if you're watching new to this channel, okay, please do subscribe, so thereby you're going to get a lot of videos in the future. Okay, yes, so in this video I'm going to start with the previous year questions from the introduction of pharmacognosy questions. Clear? As in most of the classes, in the most of the videos, I have explained that. Okay, so if you consider the cognosy syllabus, okay, if you consider the cognosy syllabus, mostly we can divide the syllabus into two types. One is, okay, one is theoretical, okay, theoretical or conceptual, and second one is completely drugs part. Okay, drugs means complete pharmacognosy of drugs. Okay, so we are going to have a the cognosy syllabus can be divided into drugs part and conceptual or theoretical thing. Okay, in the theoretical thing we are going to discuss about the introduction, right? So what are the different types of theory parts or theory things or conceptual topics present in the cognosy, like introduction, plant tissue culture, plant biotechnology, except the drugs. Okay, except the drugs, remaining all or comes under the theoretical or conceptual things. Okay, yes, but from these theoretical part, okay, from the theoretical part, we are going to have a, okay, 40% of the questions are from the theoretical part. Okay, 40% of the questions that are coming in every competitive examination, they are coming from the theory part. Okay, so now in this session I'm going to discuss about the questions, previous year questions from the so long, all the previous year questions till now. Okay, so what are the questions that are given in the examinations till now from the pharmacognosy? So we are going to discuss all of these questions. Okay, let's start the session. Okay, first question. Okay, so first question in this session, the Charaka physician belong to which system of medicine? This question is from the 2018. This question is from the 2018. Okay, clear. So while we're discussing about the systems of medicines, we need to, okay, remember the five important aspects. First one is, what is the definition behind it, which means Ayurveda. Ayurveda means ancient science of life. Why? Because, okay, Ayur means life, Veda means science. Like how every system has their own definition. Within their name, there has a definition. Okay, and second that, okay, definition of the particular system or maybe history. Definition or history, definition of history, and second one, okay, important personalities from it, important personalities, okay, important persons, let me tell you. Okay, and the third one is, after the important personalities, every system has their own theories, philosophies and approaches. Theories, philosophies and approaches. Okay, and fourth one is, they have a different diagnostic methods. Okay, diagnosis of disease in the systems will be different to each system. Okay, and fifth one is, okay, types of dosage forms. Okay, let me tell you, in tablets they are called as gutika, vatika in the Ayurveda, but whereas, okay, in Unani system they will be pronounced as, okay, kadir, okay, like how they have a different name. So like how you need to remember types of dosage form names and systems as well, types of dosage form systems. Okay, and lastly, an important thing, what are the important writings like Charaka Samhita. Okay, clear. And when it comes to Unani system of medicine, Siddha system of medicine, Nagamuni. Okay, clear. Yes, so now the question is, they're asking Charaka belong to which system of medicine? Okay, so undoubtedly the right answer will be, what is the right answer? Okay, Charaka is an important principle. Charaka and Sushruta. Okay, Charaka and Sushruta. Charaka and Sushruta. These two are the important personalities from the Ayurveda, and Charaka is known to be the important first physician, and Sushruta known to be the first surgeon, first plastic surgeon. Okay, surgeon. Okay, Sushruta, surgeon. Charaka is a physician, and Charaka wrote a book called Charaka Samhita. Sushruta wrote a book called Sushruta Samhita. Clear? So the right answer will be, okay, so Charaka belongs to Ayurveda. Clear? Yes, I hope you understood. Next question. Trikatu in Ayurveda is a combination of, so this question is from the last year itself, 2025 question, okay, 2025 mission, okay, yes, Trikatu, tri means three, right, three, Katu means pungent or acrid, okay, pungent or acrid taste, simply say three acrid taste, three acrid, Katu means acrid, okay, what are the three acrids? Trikatu, okay, three acrids. So, black mustard, long pepper and ginger, black pepper, long pepper and betel nut leaf, black pepper, small pepper and ginger, and black pepper, long pepper and ginger. So, this question is the last question. Trikatu. See, this Trikatu in Ayurveda, it is known to be increase immunity. So, they mostly, okay, in order to improve the immunity, this Trikatu formulations are well known in Ayurveda. So, now tell me what is the right answer? Undoubtedly, the right answer will be clear. Black, long pepper and ginger. Black pepper, okay, clear, Piper nigrum, Piper longum, Gingiber officinalis. So these are the formulations in Trikatu, okay, these are formulations in the Trikatu, clear? Yes. So now moving to the next question. Ayurvedic fermented preparation includes, that's what I said. See, every system, okay, has their own formulations, as a formulations. In Ayurveda also, we have a different formulations. See, every traditional system comprises of set of practices and their own beliefs, approaches, okay, and based on their experiences. But in order to treat the disease, every system should have a plant-based, animal-based, mineral-based medicine. Okay, clear? So that now Ayurveda, but what makes a difference? Okay, maybe their approaches, maybe their beliefs, and also the languages. Okay, so Ayurveda is written in Sanskrit, Siddha is written in Tamil, clear? And whereas Unani medicine is written in Islamic. So that based on the languages and based on their origin, they will be, okay, pronounced as a different terminologies and different dosage forms. Now, okay, as the Ayurveda is written from the, okay, Sanskrit, the terminology will be look like this, okay, but they're asking fermented preparation, okay, what's the fermented preparation here? Okay, what is the fermented preparation here? Only one fermented preparation here itself. Okay, so only two preparations are there. Okay, entire in the Ayurvedic formulation, only two preparations are fermented. That is, undoubtedly the preparation will be, okay, Asava and Arista. Okay, one is fermented product. One is directly from the decoction. Okay, directly from the decoction. Clear? S for Asava, S stand for syrup. Okay, syrup means it is a decoction. Asava, okay. Arista means, okay, sorry. Okay, Arista means R for Rasayana. Okay, R for Rasayana. In that we use firstly a decoction. Okay, so decoction of the plant extract is fermented. Okay, firstly we used to prepare the plant extract. Okay, plant extract is okay, prepared in form of decoction. To that we are going to add a ghee or jaggery, okay, or sugar, okay, or honey. We used to add these things and we are going to ferment those things, and thereby, okay, they liberates alcohol. Okay, clear? Yes. So undoubtedly Ayurvedic fermented products are Asava and Arista, clear? But whereas, what do you mean by Bhasmas? Bhasmas are the incinerated products. Okay, they are incinerated products, which means they are the ash. Okay, clear? And yes, Taigla means oils, Churna means powders, medicated powders. Is it clear? Yes. Okay, so that's the right answer. This question is from the 2023. This question from the 2023. Clear? Okay. Yes. Next question. Fourth question. Match the following Ayurvedic formulations under the column 1 with the process and properties under the column 2. Choose the correct options. Just now I discussed, right? So here, Bhasma means it is a calcinated product. Okay, this is from the 2023 question. Okay, Bhasma. That's why, okay, while you're reading the Ayurvedic formulations, you should know, okay, what do you mean by Asava, Arista, Vatika, Gotika, Lehya. Okay, yes, Bhasma means calcinated product. See, for such type of maths following questions, at least you should know two right answers. Thereby, you will find the right option. Okay, clear? Yes. So just now we have discussed, okay, Arista means alcohol generation, right? Am I not? Churna means dry powder. Clear? Leya means semi-solid clear, and Bhasma means calcination. So that's how, if you find at least two right answers, thereby you'll get the right option. Undoubtedly, this is the right option. D will be the right answer. Clear? See, maybe same questions may repeat in your examination. So listen carefully while I'm discussing and while I'm explaining. Yes. Okay. Next question. Given below are the two statements. One is labeled as assertion and another one is labeled as a reason, right? Yes. Now the assertion is Ayurvedic drug Asava contains self-generated alcohol. Yes, obviously, because they are the fermented products. Next, for the preparation of Asava and the extract drugs is subjected to a process called calcination. Is it right? No. The calcination is a process of preparing which things? Preparing for Bhasma, but not for the Asavas. Asavas are prepared by which process? They are prepared by the process called fermentation. Okay, this question is from the 2021. Okay, yes, so the right answer will, what is the right answer? So assertion is right, but reason is not correct. So that will be the right answer. Now the sixth question. The major property of Ayurvedic herbs rasa indicates. This question is from 2020 GPAT examination. Okay, yes. So in the Ayurveda, okay, there is a theory called, Panchashila theory. Panchashila theory. Okay. In the Panchashila means, Pancha means 5. Okay. Shila means properties. Okay. 5 essential properties of the Ayurvedic herbs. Which means if you are preparing any Ayurvedic formulation, in that the herb that you are using, they should contain 5 properties. Okay. Is it clear? Rasa, Virya, Vipaka, Prabhava. Okay. Yes. So these are the properties and the other important major properties of the herb that should contain. Okay. So in that, rasa means what? Okay. Rasa, guna, virya, vipaka, prabhava. Clear? Rasa, guna, virya, okay. Virya, vipaka, and prabhava. Okay, prabhava. So these are the 5 properties. These are known as Panchashila properties. Rasa, Guna, Virya, Vipaka, Prabhava. These are the 5 properties. In that, rasa indicates what? Rasa means taste or post-taste effect or potency or physicochemical property. Okay, rasa means taste. Clear? The right answer will be, okay, clear? The right answer will be taste, and this question is from the 2020. Okay, rasa means taste. Okay, clear? Yes. Next. 7th question. The fundamental principle of law of similia falls under which therapy? That's what I said. Okay. In every system, they have their own theories. Let me tell you, in Ayurveda, we have the Pancha Mahabhuta theory, Sapta Dhatu theory, Tridosha theory. Clear? Yes. And also, same in the Siddha system, we have the Tridosha theory and Pancha Mahabhuta theory. Clear? Okay. But whereas in the homeopathy, we have a 7 fundamental principles are there. 7 fundamental principles are there. Clear? Yes. So obviously in that 7 principles, one of the principle is law of similia. Law of similia. Okay. Law of similia means, okay, like cures like cures like. Okay. So who is the father of homeopathy? Samuel Hahnemann. And yes, he developed these 7 fundamental principles to treat the disease. Clear? So according to this law of similar means, okay, the thing which can cause the disease itself, it will be the cure for the disease. Clear? So according to him and according to his beliefs, he developed 7 principles. In that, one principle is law of similia. Okay, and also law of potentiation, law of individualization. Clear? Okay. One dose at a time. Okay, one dose at a time. Okay, clear? So like how we have a 7 principles in that. Thing is that, okay, law of similia is nothing but it belongs to the therapy. Which therapy? Okay, homeopathy. Okay, homeopathy. So right. Next question. Which of the following formulations under ASU are offered infinite period of shelf life in DN Act? Okay, so this question is from the GPAT 2017. Okay, option A, Asava and Arista, and option B, Churna, C, Gutika, and D, Quath. Okay, tell me what is the right answer. Yes, undoubtedly. See, in order to preserve, okay, in order to preserve anything, in order to preserve and in order to increase the shelf life of the dosage form, we are adding, okay, some preservatives. In that, natural preservative, which is generated from the preparation itself. So that is undoubtedly, what is that? The right answer will be Asava and Arista. Why? Because how they do get the infinite period of time? because they develop, okay, they develop the, okay, alcohol. They develop the alcohol because they are preparing from the a process called fermentation. That's why asafoetida has an infinite period of shelf life according to the DNC. Okay, so that will be the right answer. Okay, churna means powders. Okay, quath means preparations, like, okay, and gutica means pills. Okay, yes. Next question. As per the first schedule of Drugs and Cosmetics Act 1940, following is the name of the book under Siddha system of medicine. That's what he said. In the systems of medicines, okay, you need to remember the definition or any history regarding that system, important personalities, and also any important books are there, okay, theories and beliefs and types of dosage forms. Okay, yes. Now tell me, which of the following books are related to the Siddha system of medicine? This question is from the 2017 again. Okay, Arka Prakasha, Yoga Ratnakar, Nagamuni, Vrinda Chikitsa. Obviously, okay, that's what I already discussed. That is Nagamuni. Okay, Nagamuni, and also Siddha Vaitya Tirattu. Okay, these are two books. There are more than 3 books are there, but the familiar one and important one is Nagamuni. Try to remember from it when it comes to Ayurveda. Okay, Charaka Samhita and Shuddha Samhita. Like how when it comes to Siddha system, Nagamuni. Okay, Nagamuni is a important book. Clear? Yes. So this question was the 2017. Now to the 10th question. Which of the herbal preparation metallic content in the formulation? Which of the herbal preparation contains metallic content in their formulation? Does the asafoetida contains a metallic content? Does the basma or churna or avaleha? Okay. So when the minerals or the metallics will liberate by which process? So that will be the hint. Okay, metals are not liberated by means of any liquid preparations or by means of any liquid process, but they can be liberated by the heat. Okay, so in which of the formulations we are going to subject the heat? Okay, undoubtedly, okay, they are by the basma. No metals were liberated. See, most of the metals, yeah. So in generally, maximum of the times, the metals are liberated by means of the heating process, not by means of cooling process. Clear? Clear. So that obviously, which of the following formulations are subjected to the heating process? Undoubtedly, basma. From the basma only, we are going to get the minerals and metals. Yeah. Yes. The process, calcination process. Okay. Yes. Now, the following classification of herbal drugs gives a better understanding of the biosynthetic pathway of the drug. Okay, so now this is a classification: chemical classification, chemotaxonomic classification, taxonomical classification, and chemical classification. Clear? Yes. So they are saying that biosynthetic pathways. What do you mean by biosynthetic pathways? Okay, what do you mean by biosynthetic pathways? Biosynthetic pathways will describe about, okay, by in which plants what type of secondary metabolites are going to be synthesized. Yeah, so obviously here we are going to discuss about in the biosynthetic pathways. Okay, so in the biosynthetic pathways we are going to know that what type of secondary metabolites that are going to be synthesized in different plants, which means here itself I have mentioned about plants, right, or maybe the families. Clear? And their chemical constants. Clear? Chemical constituents. Have you understood? So, biosynthetic pathways are carried out in plants. Simple. Biosynthetic pathways are carried out in plants, obviously. Okay, clear. And yes, for which purpose they are carrying out? In order to get the secondary metabolites. So, that is nothing but the chemical constants. So, now tell me what is the right answer here? Clear? Yes. So, undoubtedly the right answer will be, okay, option B, that is chemotaxonomic classification. Why? Because in the botanical classification, you only know about the taxonomy. You only know about the family, okay, or genus and species name, or maybe what type of plant it is, and the same, it is similar to that. Okay, in the botanical, you can know that, okay, what family it may be. Okay, in the taxonomical classification, you only know about the order, superorder, taxonomical order of the particular plant. In the chemical classification, you only know about chemical constants, what type of chemical constant contains. But okay, with this chemotaxonomic classification, you know the biosynthetic pathways. Okay, let me tell you simple one thing. Let me tell you one thing. Okay, taxonomy. Okay, Solanaceae family. Solanaceae family is a taxonomical feature. Okay, next chemo feature. Okay, all the Solanaceae family, they contain tropin alkaloids. Okay, tropin alkaloids. So with this, how can you, what pathway you can observe here? Okay, what pathway it is? So first pathway, that is 𝘂𝐾𝑠 acid pathway, so that as the Solanaceae family plants, they are producing the alkaloids, so that you can understood. Okay, so as the tropanols are synthesizing in this plant, you can confirm the biosynthetic pathway which is carried out is 𝘂𝐾𝑠 acid pathway. Is this clear? So in the Solanaceae family, tropanols are synthesizing. Okay, obviously, in order to synthesize the tropanoids, okay, we need ornithine. Okay, so ornithine, lysine, these are the things we require. So these are the end products of which pathway? 𝘂𝐾 acid pathway. So that based on the chemotaxonal feature, you can determine the biosynthetic pathways. Is this clear? Yes. Thank you. Now, this question from 2021. Okay, next, what is the best time to collect the medicinal bark material? What is the best time to collect the medicinal bark material? What is the best time to collect the medicinal bark material? Okay, yes. So, the best time to collect the medicinal bark material is what time? Okay, so this question is from the 2024. Okay, and yes, it is from the, you should tell me. So, most of the barks like cinnamon bark, cinchona bark, okay, so it depends based on the type of secondary metabolite, whether they containing alkaloids, okay, whether they contain alkaloids. Based on the type of secondary metabolite they containing, we are going to collect the plants. But most of the plants are, most of the barks are collected, okay, after the leaf fall. Why? Because at the time the barks are very easy to collect. Okay, very easy to collect. Clear? Is it clear? Yes. So after the leaf fall, most of the roots are collected. Clear? Uprooting method, okay, and peeling method. There are so many methods also there. So try to remember the methods of peeling the barks, also very, very important. Okay. Next question. Which of the following is an unorganized drug? Okay. First of all, you should know what is organized drug, what is organized, and what is unorganized. Am I right or not? Okay, what do you mean by organized and what do you mean unorganized? Okay, organized means, okay, cellular products. Okay, why? Because cells are arranged in an organized manner. Okay, if the cells are there, obviously they are organized. If the cells are not there, they are unorganized. So which means these are acellular products. Okay, what are the cellular parts of the plant? Okay, what are the parts of the plant does contain cells? All plants like root, stem, fruit, right? Root, stem, fruit, leaf, okay, and flower. Every part of the plant, if it contains cell, that is comes under the organized drug. Okay, if they doesn't contain any cell, they could not be organized. If you look at the TS and LS of the plant parts also, you can see the cells are arranged in an organized manner. Okay, because they are containing cells, the cells are arranged in an organized manner. All the cell containing, if any part of the plant containing cells, that is comes under organized drug. Yeah. And now coming to the unorganized. Okay, so which plant parts does not contain cells? Okay, do the resins contain cells? Do the latex contain cells? Do the extracts contain cells? No secretions of the plants, it doesn't contain cells. Clear? That's why, okay, resins, gums, latex, mucilages, resins, gums, latex, mucilages, okay, milky exudates and extracts. So they won't come. Okay, resins, gums, latex, milky exudates, okay, extracts, they do not contain any type of, okay, cells. That's why they come from the unorganized drugs. Now tell me, so with this, I think you can easily answer this question. This question is from GPAT 2021. Okay, so you can see root. Yes, root contains cells. Am I right or not? So it is an organized drug. Okay, leaves contains also cells. That's why it is also organized drug. Bark also contain the cells. That's why these are all containing cells. They are comes under the organized. But whereas gum doesn't contain any type of cell. That's why it is an unorganized drug. It is an unorganized drug? Yes. Now, okay, that's the right answer. Now moving to the question. 14th question. Plants which are not differentiated into root, stem and leaves. Okay, the plants, okay, we have divided the plants classification, right, in the major two classifications. In that, okay, which of this following that does not differentiate into, okay, root and stem and leaf? They stay like that only. Okay, they cannot be differentiated. Okay, they cannot multiply their cells. So that is example is, okay, whether the plant agenales, principes, okay, thallophytes and brophyls. The right answer is, okay, T for thallophyta. Okay, T for thallophyta. The thallophytes does not differentiate into root or stem. Okay, so let me tell you, okay, in the roots, I'll give you a hint and detailed explanation for this. In the root and stem, they have the tissues, right? They have the tissues, okay. But in the thallophyta, it's also tissue, okay. The thallophyta tissues are unable to differentiate. So that remember that, okay. Root and stems, they contain tissues, okay. And yes, T for tissue and T for thallophyta. Thallophyta does not differentiate. It cannot differentiate into, okay, roots and stems. Okay, that's what I tried. If you remember, if you understood, you can remember. This question is from 2020. Next question. In 𝘂𝙬𝙎 angustifolia, short-term draft. So the 𝘂𝙬𝙎 angustifolia is the, okay, it is from the senna. Okay, 𝘂𝙬𝙎 angustifolia. Okay, Indian senna. See, in the draft condition. So this question is from the factors affecting cultivation. Factors affecting cultivation. See, different factors, they cause, okay, they cause different changes in the yield and chemical constants also. Clear? Now the draft conditions, okay, short-term draft, short-term, not long-term draft. Okay, clear? Yes, that's the beauty of nature. The short-term draft can lead to which one? Can lead to increase in the concentration of the senosides, increase in the concentration of the senoside. Clear? So increase in the concentration of the senoside. Clear? But whereas the long-term draft conditions may lead to the loss of, okay, concentration of the senosides. But here, try to remember, okay, short-term draft they are mentioning, short-term draft. Okay, clear? Yes. So if it is more amount, if it is a long-term draft, so decrease the concentration of senosides. Yes. So the next question, I hope you understood. Okay. Yes. The CCN code is indicating the botanical drug is. Okay. So we have the, okay, codes, CCN codes, and especially we have the codes for the botanical drugs. So these drugs will different. This denotes a different type of tissues. Clear? Okay. Now they're asking which code is related to the botanical drugs. Which code is related to botanical drugs? CCN. Okay, I'll give you one hint. Okay, I'll give you one hint. With this, you can remember easily. Okay, so consider these C's as a 1. Okay, and consider N as a 2. Okay, where in which of these numbers you can find a 3 ones. Okay, and 1 2. That is undoubtedly. Okay, 1 2 1 is a short code. Okay, 1 2 1 is a short code to remember the botanical drugs. Yeah. Sometimes we need to apply some, okay, a little IQ and some tricks as well. Now the 17th question. All the members of this order or trees are shrubs, but mostly evergreen with a needle. Whenever you see needle, okay, you can directly go for the right answer. Let me tell you, like leaves, monoecious and dioecious, okay, sporophytes usually in the cones, okay. Needles or cones. Needles are cones and resin ducts occurs in all plants. This question is from the 2019. Whenever you see needle-like leaves and cones, yeah, you can directly go for the, okay, you can directly go for, what is that? Cones, cones, okay. Here itself we have the hint itself, okay, cones, coniferous, coniferous. That's why the leaves are like, no, taxol, okay, clear? Taxol is a plant where the plants are like needle-like structures, clear? Yes. Now the next question. Animal cells does not contain. So this is a very easy question, I think. So if you are preparing for GPAT, okay, and if you are not only for GPAT, if you have, okay, completed your +2 in BPC, or maybe if you have completed your matriculation or SSC, you can easily answer this one. Okay, so animal cells, okay, do not contain which of the following? Okay, they do contain chloroplast? No, not at all. That will be the right answer. Okay, so we do not contain the chloroplast. Otherwise, okay, we may seems like an avatar or maybe a Hulk, right? Hulk will be in green color, right? So like how animal cells do not contain chloroplast, because if contains, we seem like, okay, we can we maybe look like Hulk or maybe avatar. Yeah, just a joke. Okay, yes. Now the right answer will be animal cells do not contain chloroplast. Next, meristematic tissues have the following characteristics except meristematic tissues. Clear? We have the different types of tissues, right? Meristematic tissues. Okay, in that tissues, right? In that parenchyma, collenchyma, okay, and arenchyma. Okay, the cells which do not multiply, M for okay, okay, M for no multiplication, M for multiplication, but no multiplication here. Okay, meristematic tissues does not multiply. Okay, they just grow, but they do not multiply. Clear? So yes, you can see The right answer will be meristematic tissues have, okay, they do not have any capacity for multiplication. Okay, see, meristematic tissues have the, sorry, they are asking about, okay, meristematic tissues have the following characteristics except meristematic means they multiply. Okay, okay, meristematic means they multiply. Meristematic cell means they multiply. Clear? So they multiply. So the cells are small and isothermic in nature. The cells are thin walled with a prominent nucleus. The cells are compactly arranged without any intracellular spaces. Okay. So except these one, all the statements are okay, true. Clear? Yes. The meristematic tissues can multiply. M for multiplication. That's what I confuse. Okay. M for meristematic tissue and M for multiply. Okay. And yes, now identify the mismatched pair here. So these are the modifications of seeds. Now 𝙂𝙄𝙎𝙎𝙄𝙊, piper beetle, that is a trichome. Okay, cardamom, arylode. Okay, caruncle, belladonna, stropiol, colchicum. Okay, what's the right answer here? Yes, 𝙂𝙄𝙎𝙎𝙎𝙬 are the specialized trichomes present in the piper beetle. Arylode is a special outer warty hardened structure to cover the seeds is cardamom, right? And stropiol present in the colchicum, but where have you seen caruncle in belladonna? Okay, no. Okay, it is seen in the castor seed. So the right answer will be, okay. So this is a mismatched pair, but caruncle is seen in the, okay, it is in the castor seed. Okay, so these are the special structures. This question from 2013. Next, identify the wrong statement regarding the mucilage. Okay, see, gums and mucilage. We have two types, gums and mucilage. Is clear? So most of the gums are the pathological products, but the mucilage are the natural products. Okay, they contain what we can say. They contain mucilage, pectin. Okay, clear? Yes. So now, which is a statement is wrong regarding the mucilage? Which statement is wrong regarding the mucilage? Okay, obviously they are normally sulfuric acid esters. They are the normal products of the cells. Okay, and they produced by the injury to the plant, and the ester group is a complex polysaccharide. So the right answer will be this one. Gums are the pathological products, which means they released by the injury, not okay. So but these mucilages are, okay, normal products of the cell. Mucilages are the normal products of the cells. Yes. Okay. Next question. Arylode. This question is from the 2007 GATE examination. Okay. Yes. So arylode means, what do you mean by arylode? So it is a warty outgrowth from the micropyle, example castor. Okay. And yes, a succulent growth from the hilum covering the entire seed, nutmeg. Okay. And yes, outgrowth originating from the micropyle and covering the seeds and enlarged funicle in the colchicum seeds. What is the right answer here? So undoubtedly the right answer will be outgrowth originating from the micropyle and covering the seeds. Example, cardamom. Cardamom contains arylode. Okay, so that so cardamom seeds are there. So in order to preserve that cardamom seed, right? So there are hardened. Okay, so that woody structures are there. So they are known as arylode. Next question. Mucilages are the plant products formed at different parts of the plant. Okay, yes. Now, example. So try to match the example with a group 1 and a group 2. Plant part form and the example which they are found in. Okay, here we have mentioned the plant part, and now it is from the, okay, where they found. Yes, this question from GPAT 2007. Clear? Sorry, GATE 2007. With this simple example, we can conclude the entire question. Do you believe it or not? Okay, so here, which of the following part is a leaf? Okay, obviously here itself it is a leaf. The leaf is senna. Okay, with the leaf is senna. So sometimes you need to be smart. Okay, when you don't know the exact answer, you need to apply your smartness. Clear? Yes. So the right answer will be undoubtedly clear. So 3 means Q. See, 3 means Q here. Okay, and obviously 1 for cell wall of seed epidermis, that is S, linseed. Okay, seed. Clear? So 1 seed, and endodermis, 2 means P, fenugreek, and 3 means epidermis, Q, and special secretory cells means squill. Okay, yes. So that will be the right answer. Next question. Okay, which of the following is not a gene insertion technique in eukaryotic cell? Okay, so there are gene expression, right? For the gene transfer, we have okay, different direct and indirect techniques are there, right? So now in that they're asking, okay, not a gene insertion technique. which is not a gene insertion technique. Okay, electroporation, ionophoresis, shotgun sequencing, and microinjection. So what is the right answer here? Okay, what's the right answer here? So which of the following is not a gene insertion technique in a eukaryotic cell? Undoubtedly, ionophoresis. Ionophoresis is not a gene insertion technique. Okay, ionophoresis or ionophoresis is one of the method in electrophoresis. Clear? Yes. So the remaining three are the gene insertion technique. Okay. Yes. This question from 2021, and now a compound now increasingly used as a standard practice for enhancing the flow of rubber latex by spraying on the scraped bark of rubber tree, increasing the latex yield from 36% to 136. Sorry, 130. Okay, brasinosteroids, abscisic acid, ethiophon, and kynidin. Okay. So this question was, I think it is repeating from the last 3 years, I think so. Okay, so undoubtedly the answer is ethiophon. Ethiophon, it is a commercial form of ethylene. Okay, it is a commercial form of ethylene. Ethylene is a plant hormone, and especially it is a plant growth inhibitor. Okay, it is a plant growth inhibitor. Okay, yes. So that's the right answer. So in order to increase the yield of rubber trees, rubber latex, we use ethiophon. Next question. Group 1 and yes, group 2 in that match with the plant hormone type and their chemical constants. Okay, chemical substance. The question is from the GATE exam 2006 from now. Okay, from 2006 itself we are discussing. Okay, so auxins, gibberellin, cytokinin, and growth inhibitor. So even the options have shuffled. Okay, so that's why we need to study what are the natural plant hormones or synthetic hormones and their functions. Yeah. So what is a natural hormone here? Okay, so maybe with two right options we can, with these two right answers we can conclude the right option. Okay, auxin. Okay, what are the chemical substances related to the auxin? Undoubtedly naphthylistic acid, and obviously 1 means Q. Clear? So thereby with this one option sometimes we can find the right option. Okay, 1 means Q because auxin is naphthylistic acid. Okay, GA3. Okay, GA3, gibberellic acid. That is a chief chemical concept of gibberellins. Okay, so the right answer will be 1 Q and 2 R. Okay, and 3 means cytokinins means cytokinin means say 6 furfuryl adenine, and growth inhibitor is abscisic acid. Abscisic acid is a growth inhibitor. Okay, plant growth inhibitor. So abscisic acid and ethylene, these two are plant growth inhibitors. Thereby you can confirm. Okay, yes. Next, formation of somatic embryos or embryogenic tissues directly from the explant without formation of intermediate callus is known as. Yeah. So the process they have clearly mentioned, formation of somatic embryos or embryogenetic tissue. Okay, directly from the explant, without the formation of any intermediate callus, without the any intermediate process. Okay, so intermediate callus, that is directly, the name itself tell you, direct somatic embryogenesis. Okay, direct somatic embryogenesis. Genesis means production or creation. Here there is no callus, that's why it is known as direct somatic embryogenesis. Direct somatic embryogenesis. Clear? So here itself they have said there is no intermediate callus, so that this option will be wrong. Okay, clear. There is not a response, it is a process. Okay, and it is not a premature germination. Okay, yes. Now 28th question, an essential ingredient in the general preparation of plant tissue culture media. Yes, in the nutrient media, okay, they need a carbon source. Okay, they need a carbon source, and they need a plant hormones. Clear? And they need the enzymes. Clear? And they need vitamins. They need a vitamins. They need a solidifying media like agar solidifying media. Okay, and yes, they need a water. Yeah, and yes, they need a different elements. But the thing is that what is the chief element? What is the essential ingredient? See, even for the survival of the human being also what we require? We require carbohydrates, right? So what type of carbohydrate we are taking, right? Rice. So here, what is the carbohydrate here? Undoubtedly for the energy. See, first if you have the energy, then you can carry out all the process. So there, how try to remember, essential even for even for human beings or for the plants, essential thing is sucrose or glucose. Undoubtedly sucrose or glucose. See, if you have the food, then you can prepare, then if you have food and energy, then you can do whatever the things that you want. Like, in order to give the fruits, first the plant should have the energy, should have the metabolism, right? So that's why essential things when it comes to sucrose and glucose. Clear? And yes, the carbon source is obtained from the sucrose and glucose. Next question. Two important steps for the plant regeneration by the organogenesis are. This question is 2008. Okay. Establishment of callus culture, initiation of somatic embryogenesis, germination of seeds, and initiation of cell suspension. What is the right answer? See, for if you read the question again, then the answer will be in your hand. Okay. Two important steps for the plant regeneration by organogenesis. Organogenesis, clear? From the organogenesis. So the right answer will be undoubtedly P and S. P and S. Obviously, firstly, what you need to do in order to produce callus, you should develop callus. From that callus, you are producing a new organ. That's why organogenesis. Okay, then initiation of cell suspension. That callus need to be transferred to the suspension, and thereby from the suspension culture, different plantlets and different seedlings are going to be started. So that organogenesis. Okay. Yes. Now, okay, the vitamin essential in the tissue culture medium is 2010 question. That's what I said. Okay, for the plant tissue culture media, they require solidifying media. Okay, carbon source. Okay, and the vitamins, hormones. Okay, and the pH. Clear? And yes, they have these things. Clear? And which vitamin is essential here? Okay, so the undoubtedly the vitamin thiamine, T for tissue culture, T for thiamine. Try to remember like that. T for tissue culture and T for thiamine. Thiamine is an essential vitamin. Okay, clear? T for tissue culture and T for thiamine. Plant tissue culture, thiamine. 31st question. Which of the following compounds is useful for the simulation of cell division and release of the lateral bud dormancy? Which of the following, okay, compounds, okay, used for the simulation of cell division and release of lateral bud dormancy? Question from the 2011. Okay, 𝘎𝑒𝑎tin, okay, 𝘎𝑒𝑎tin, 2,4-dichlorophenolic acid, indole acetic acid, picloram. What is the right answer? So the right answer will be undoubtedly, clear? Undoubtedly the right answer will be 𝘎𝑒𝑎tin. The right answer will be 𝘎𝑒𝑎tin, clear? 𝘎𝑒𝑎tin is one of the important cytokinin. Okay, yes. Next, one of the following is not required for the initiation and maintenance of the plant tissue culture. Identify. Which of the following is not at all essential? Yes, sucrose is a very essential, right? And yes, auxin, cannidin, and yes, abscisic acid. Which of the following is not essential for the plant tissue culture media? So undoubtedly abscisic acid, because here plant tissue culture, okay, the plant tissue culture is to rise the new seedlings. Am I right or not? Okay, they are mainly to from the tissue or a cell. Plant tissue culture means from the plant by taking a tissue. If you are culturing in order to get a new plant, okay, in order to get the new seedling or new plant varieties, that will be a plant tissue culture. Okay, what if you use the plant growth inhibitor from the tissue culture itself? There is no growth, there is no new varieties. That's why it is not at all essential. It is not at all essential. Clear? Okay. Yes. So sucrose, kinetin, and auxin are important, but whereas abscisic is not at all important. Why? Because it is a plant growth inhibitor. If you use a plant growth inhibitor in the plant tissue culture media, they inhibit the growth. Thereby, no tissues or no seedlings are going to be grown. Okay. Yes. Next question. Which of the following is a not a protoplast fusion agent? GPAT 2030 question. Inactivated Sendai virus. Okay. Calcium and alkaline pH. Polyethylene glycol. Okay. And colchicine. Which of the following is not a protoplast fusion agent? Protoplast fusion agent. So the right answer will be colchicine. Why? Because colchicine is a natural polyploidy causing agent. Colchicine is a natural polyploidy causing agent. Polyploidy. Okay. Polyploidy causing agent. Yeah, it is a natural polyploidy causing agent. So try to remember, colchicine is not a fusion agent, protoplast fusion agent. Next, in callus culture, roots can be induced by the supply of. In callus culture, okay, roots can be induced by the supply of option A, auxin and cytokinin, no cytokinin, high concentration of auxin and low concentration of cytokinin, high concentration of cytokinin and low concentration of auxin, auxin and cytokinin equal proportion. Okay, so GPAT 2030 question, 2013 question. So what is the right answer? Okay, so the right answer will be undoubtedly high concentration of auxin and low concentration of cytokinin. Is clear? See, for the initiation of roots, it required auxins. Clear? Clear? And if you use more amount of cytokine, what is the function of cytokine? Cyto means cell, kinase means division. More cell division is going to happen, and yes, more new tissues are going to be formed. But what we need to do? We need to have a root initiation. Okay. Yes. So higher concentration of oxygen is required. Low concentration of cytokines is required. Next, who is known as the father of tissue culture? Who is known to be the father of tissue culture? Who is known to be the father of tissue culture? Okay. The father of tissue culture is okay. The father of tissue culture is Reinach, White, Herbal and Gottfried. Herbal and Gottfried. So now tell me his father. Yes, I'll give you one hint. Okay, G Herbal, T for T for tissue and T for Herbal. Okay, Herbal. Yeah. So Herbal is known to be the father of the plant tissue culture. Okay. Yes. And now polyploidy is induced through GPAT 2014 question. GPAT 2014 question. Okay. Yes. So option A, irradiation, mutagenic chemicals, ethylene and colchicine. Okay. Just now I discussed, I have mentioned that colchicine is a natural polyploidy causing agent. So whereas ethylene is not a polyploidy causing agent because it is a plant inhibitor. Clear? And mutagenic chemicals, they are for the mutations, not for polyploidy. Okay. Irradiation is also for the mutagens. Clear? Yes. So the right answer will be colchicine. Next, alloploids are the polyploids derived from the which of the following? The GATE 2005 question. Single parent species. Okay, more than one parent species genomes. A plant with haploid number of chromosomes. A plant with diploid number of chromosomes. Clear? All means okay. All parents. Try to remember. Okay, all means not a single parent. All parent. Clear? So it is not. It is more than one parental cells. If it is from more than one parental species, okay, more than one means all. More than one means all alloploids. Okay, more than one means all alloploids. Okay, yes. So that's the right answer. Now the micronutrient essential in the medium. The micronutrient essential in the nutrient medium. Clear? So what is the micronutrient essential in the nutrient medium? Okay, the micronutrient present in the essential. The micronutrient essential in the nutrient medium is is it sodium chloride or cobalt chloride or KCl, potassium chloride or calcium chloride? Okay, it is cobalt chloride is a cobalt chloride essential. Okay, essential. But sometimes we use sodium chloride as well. Okay, yes. Next one. The pH of the medium is the pH of the nutrient medium. What is the pH of the nutrient medium? The question is from the GPAT 2004. Sorry, GATE 2004. Okay, so 6.6, 6.0 and 5.6 and 5.0. Okay, it is a 5.6. It should be 5.6. Okay, now the tissue growth observed is the tissue growth which is observed is undifferentiated cells suspended in the medium, undifferentiated cells in the clusters distributed in the medium, differentiated mass of cells. Okay, surface growth of undifferentiated mass of cells. Surface growth of undifferentiated mass of cells. Now tell me the tissue growth observed in which of the following options? Okay, yes, the right answer will be surface growth of undifferentiated mass of cells can show the tissue growth. Okay, yes. Next, it is possible to initiate the development of complete plant from the callus culture by the suitable manipulation of the medium with respect to see, we can develop a complete plants from callus. From the callus only we are developing. See what we are doing here in the plant tissue culture, we are selecting a tissue. Okay, we are selecting a tissue or we are selecting a cell or a tissue. From that you are developing a group of mass of cells, undifferentiated group of mass of cells called as callus. From that callus only, this callus is differentiated into different parts. Okay, this was subjected into the centrifugation. Okay, and this callus part contain undifferentiated mass of cells. These cells has a ability to a totipotency. Ability of totipotency. What do you mean by totipotency? Ability to regenerate into a new plant. So that from that, if these cells if they are transferred into the suspension culture, suspension culture, then they will start growing, and then after that seedlings are attained. That seedlings are transferred to the lands to grow them as a plants. Clear? Cell to the callus to the centrifugation, different cells, fragments of cells. Thus fragments of cells are transferred to the suspension culture. From the suspension culture, see we can get the seedlings. Clear? The suspension, after the suspension culture, we can transfer them into, okay, seedlings. So they can be transferred to different individual test tubes, and with the proper nutrient media, thereby seedlings are grown. From the seedlings, we are going to get the plants. Clear? But the question is, okay, so what makes a difference? We can rise by utilization of which of the following, okay, thing we can develop a new plant. Okay, yes. So what manipulation? Okay, by suitable manipulation of the medium with respect to, okay, yes, undoubtedly option D. Okay, with the manipulation of the hormones, okay, we can develop the we can develop the plants, complete plants from the callus cell culture. Okay, yes. Polyploidy is dependence. What do you mean by polyploidy? This question is from the 2003 question. Polyploidy, okay, addition of one chromosome, multiplication of entire chromosome set, okay, sub-microscopic change in the DNA material, okay, gross structural change. Obviously, poly means many, ploidy means set of chromosomes, okay, which means multiplication of entire set of chromosomes. Poly means many, polyploidy or haploidy means set of chromosomes, okay, it's nothing but the set of chromosome set. Clear? Yes, polyploidy. Okay, GATE 2003 question. Now, the plant hormone which shows a specific effect on cell division. Okay, cell division, 2001 question from GATE examination. Cell means cyto. Okay, division means kinin. Okay, kinin, cytokinin is the right answer here. Okay, undoubtedly cytokinins are mainly for the cell division and cell differentiation. Okay, cyto means cell, division means kinin. Clear? That's it. Now the question, the key intermediate for the biosynthesis of C6C3 units. Okay, C6. What do you mean by C6? What do you mean by C6C3 units? 2024 question. Okay, C6 means, okay, C6 means phenyl compounds. Okay, C3 means, okay, propane compounds. Am I right or not? Okay, phenyl propyl derivatives, C6C3 derivatives or units have been seen in which of the, okay, they have formed which of the following key intermediate. Okay, this question is from the shikimic acid pathway. Now, phenyl propane derivatives are produced by the shikimic acid. Because of the shikimic acid only, further, like, phenylalanine, tyrosine, tryptophan, these aromatic amino acids are produced. They are phenyl propane derivatives because of the shikimic acid only. If the shikimic acid is not synthesized in this pathway, there is no C6C3 units. Try to remember. Okay, yes. Now, sesquiterpenes are biosynthesized from the in the plants. Okay, what are the sesquiterpenoids? They're asking. Okay, FPP, ZPP, terpenes, and degraded products of terpenes. What is the right answer? Sesquiterpenoids. This question is from the 2023. 2023. Okay, undoubtedly. So, where do you see the where do you can synthesize the sesquiterpenoids from which precursor? Undoubtedly, they are from the FPP. Okay, farnesyl pyrophosphate. Farnesyl pyrophosphate. Yeah, yes, FPP. Now, terpene indole alkaloid derived from the L-tryptophan via cicoguanidase. Okay, now tell me, okay, which of the following is an indole alkaloid? Simple example. So, try, don't make it complicated. Just simply go through the options. Okay, terpene indole alkaloid derived from the L-tryptophan. They are giving you the hint here itself. Okay, which of the following is indole alkaloid? Does the morphine belongs to indole alkaloid? No, it is isoquinoline, right? Right. Codeine, thebaine, noscapine. Which type of alkaloid it is? It is an purine alkaloid, right? Thebaine, codeine. So, what is the right answer here? Undoubtedly, okay, 𝙂𝙂𝙎. And that's how we need to break the question. You need to you need to decode the question. Yeah. So, morphine, it is an isoquinol alkaloid. Morphine, codeine and thebaine, they are belongs to the purine alkaloid. So, thereby last option, least option, 𝙂𝙂𝙎 is a indole alkaloid. So, that's how indole alkaloids. That's it. Okay, that's how we need to approach the question. See, instantly I'm solving the questions here. Right now, say with what knowledge I acquired. So, like how what I have gone through, what I have studied, that knowledge can be utilized in this way. In this manner, you can solve this question. That's why I'm instantly solving the questions. Even though I have the knowledge, I have remembered, but how do you solve the questions at instantly in the examinations matters. Okay, yes. So, which of the following right sequence of the intermediate in the biosynthesis of opium alkaloid? See, what is the chief concept of opium alkaloid? What is the end product of opium alkaloid? With this one point, you can clear entire question. What is the end products. See, ultimately, what is end product here? Morphine is a chief constant of opium. Am I right or not? So now tell me what is the right answer. Try to remember. Okay. So end product here itself, it is morphine, right? So morphine is the end product chief constant. Chief means the end product and the active constant. So obviously morphine is a chief constant here. So that end product of the morphine is the last. So that okay, B option. Firstly tyrosine, then after okay, then after reticulin, clear? And yes, sir. Then after okay, thebaine, and then after codeine, and then only we are going to get the okay morphine. So that will be the right answer. That's how. Say opium is immediately you should say morphine. So morphine is the end product. Like how we need to apply the smart strategy. Okay. Yes. Now moving to the next question. Arrange the following intermediates in the synthesis of isopreneurs in the right sequence. Okay. See, have you gone through the acetate malonyl pathway, isopreneur pathway, malonic acid pathway? What are the end products? Okay. Firstly, they're asking the sequence. Okay, they're asking the sequence. Firstly, what is the precursor? If you at least find at least 2 right options, the game is over. Okay. So in that first, obviously they have started with the acetyl coenzyme A, right? Option E first. So that these two are the options. Okay, eliminate these two. Okay, because they're asking the sequence. Okay. So next option. Okay, after the acetyl CoA, what is the key intermediate? Why the name of prenoid pathway, isoprenoid pathway is known as why it is known as a acetate malonate pathway? Why? Because okay, the example is here itself. Okay, next step, malonate is going to synthesize. Okay, in the malonic acid acetate malonate pathway, what is going to have? Okay, acetyl coenzyme A plus another acetyl coenzyme A, 2 molecules of acetyl coenzyme A, clear? CoA, ACoA plus they give size to acetoacetyl CoA, acetoacetyl CoA, right? Okay, and from that, what is the key intermediate from that? Okay, after 2 steps, you're going to have a malonic acid. Okay, so upper pathway, this pathway up to the formation of malonic acid is known as the upper malonate pathway, and from the malonic acid to rest of the isoprenoids, they are known as lower malonate pathway. Clear? But here itself, why? Clear? So that obviously, so first, as I discussed, first one, second malonate. Okay, so thereby you'll get the answer. Okay, so what is the right answer here? Okay, the right answer will be B. That's what I said. C. Acetate malonate and malonate. If you find at least 2 right options, that will be very easy. Okay, that's what I'm trying to say. Okay, yes. So, yes, next, anthracnic acid is intermediate precursor in the formation of anthracnic acid. GPAT 2022 question. Tyrosine, tryptophan, ornithine, and methidine. What is the right answer here? What is the right answer? Okay, the right answer is undoubtedly tryptophan. Anthracnic acid is produced from the tryptophan. Okay, so we have shared in most of the Mahamarathon videos and all the previous videos also. What are the videos we have uploaded in the YouTube? We have clearly mentioned. We have the okay and very quality material in that we have clearly mentioned with the short tricks and mnemonics and how to remember the alkaloids and the classification. Please go through the GDC Navigator module series. We are mentioning the link of the GDC module series. Okay, in the textbooks, in that materials, in that module series, you can find the very easily simplified concepts of the cognosy. Okay, tryptophan. Next, 15th question. Okay, great, you're listening, right? Next, in shikimic acid pathway, crocimate mutase converts the crocimic acid to, okay, the crocimic acid to what? GPAT 2020 question. Carotenoids, no. Phytol, no. Gutta, no. But fripinic acid. So this crocimate mutase enzyme converts the crocimic acid to fripinate. Okay, fripinate or fripinic acid. Fripinate or fripinic acid. Try to remember this one. Next, in the biosynthesis of alizarin follows the 2015 question. Biosynthesis of alizarin follows which other pathway? From which pathway it is going to be? Okay, it is going to be synthesized. Okay, if you see this option, okay, it is not right always. It is not right always. If you can find this both A and B, okay, and that does not mean all the time the option is right. But sometimes the option may be right. So obviously, okay, if you know the answer, you can directly select this one. Otherwise, from the shikimic acid as well as from the malonic acid, we are going to synthesize the alizarin. Okay, yes. Next, precursor of anabasin. See, precursor of anabasin, 2015 question. Lysine, leucine, phenylalanine, tryptophan. Clear? So phenylalanine, tryptophan are not of the synthesis or precursor, but undoubtedly lysine is a lysine anabasin. Okay, okay, L-anabasin. Try to remember like that. Okay, lysine. Okay, liabasin or lianabasin. Try to remember like that. Okay, I'll give you a hint. Okay, lianabasin, lianabasin, lianabasin. Try to remember like that. Okay, okay, they are lying. It is an anabasin. They are lying. It is an anabasin. Like how? Okay, lying anabasin. Anabasin is lying. Okay, it is a liar. Try to remember like that. Anabasin is a liar. Okay, so obviously the right answer will be okay, lysine. Lysine will be the right answer. Okay, so there is a you can expect the same questions may be repeated in your examination. Okay, yes. Colchicine is synthesized from tyrosine, tryptophan, ornithine, and lysine. Colchicine is synthesized from which of the following sources? It is produced from the which of the following sources? Okay, undoubtedly from the tyrosine. Colchicine from the tyrosine itself. 2014 question. Okay, colchicine synthesized from the tyrosine. Okay, phenylalanine, tyrosine, tryptophan, which means they are from the 𝘂𝙀𝙀 acid pathway. Yes. Next, which of the following alkaloid is derived from the lysine? Emitin, collodion, lobelin, and stachyodrine. What is the right answer? Emitin, collodion, and lobelin, and stachyodrine. What is the right answer? The right answer will be lobelin. Okay, lysine, lobelin. Okay, lysine from the lysine anabasin. Okay, and lobelin also obtained from the lysine itself. Okay, yes, next. Atropine biosynthesis involves a pair of precursors. Identify the correct pair. 2012 questions. Okay, 2012 question. Ornithine and phenylalanine, tyrosine and tryptophan, okay, and tryptophan and dopamine, tyrosine and dopamine. What is the right answer? Okay, yes. So undoubtedly ornithine, okay, ornithine and phenylalanine, ornithine and phenylalanine. These are the two important precursors with respect to the atropine biosynthesis. Okay, yes. Okay. Next, APO, try to remember like that. APO, A for atropine and P for and P for phenylalanine, O for ornithine. Next, which of the following alkaloid is derived from the tyrosine? Which of the following alkaloid is derived from the tyrosine? 2011 question. Tyrosine, quinine, morphine, atropine, and epinephrine. What is the right answer? See, that's why you remember the flow chart and the synthetic pathway of the different secondary metabolites. Okay, what is the right answer? Undoubtedly morphine. From the tyrosine we are going to get the morphine. From the lysine we are going to get the anabasin and leucine. Okay, lobelin, anabasin and lobelin. So from the tyrosine we are going to get the morphine. Next, quinoline alkaloids are biosynthesized via which one of the following pathways? Quinoline alkaloids, 𝘂𝙀𝙀 acid, tyrosine, tryptophan, cathepsin, and phenylalanine. Now tell me, quinoline alkaloids are synthesized from the which pathway? See, at least if you want to remember properly, try to know the structures of the secondary metabolites or these precursors or these amino acids with the classification. Quinoline, what type of nucleus is there? In the tyrosine, what type of nucleus is there? See, from these precursors only these alkaloids are synthesized, so that if you remember the structure, that will be easy. Okay, yes. So the right answer will be tryptophan. Tryptophan. From the tryptophan only quinoline alkaloids are going to be synthesized. Okay, next. Alkaloids derived from the ornithine are only two are derived. Okay, GATE 2007 question. What are they? Alkaloids derived from the ornithine. Okay, cocaine, hyoscyamin, colchicine, and emitin. So undoubtedly option B is correct because P and R, cocaine and hyoscyamin. Cocaine and hyoscyamin are obtained from the ornithine. Okay, clear? Cocaine and hyoscyamin. Next question. The main constant, the dry ripeness of colchicum, luteum, and colchicum lane is derived from which of the following sources? Okay, means colchicine. Directly, indirectly they're asking, not directly. Colchicine is obtained from which of the following precursors? That what they're asking from the GATE 2006 question. Tyrosine, okay, tyrosine and phenylalanine, dihydroxyphenylalanine, tryptophan and tryptamine, okay, and C, ornithine and lysine. What is the right answer? The right answer is undoubtedly all of these, like tyrosine, phenylalanine, dihydroxyphenylalanine. From that only colchicine is going to be synthesized. Okay, but till now such type of questions they have not repeated. Do not worry, but mostly but do remember at least once in a while. Next, colchicine is biogenetically derived from the one of the following GATE 2003 question. Same again. And the previous question they have indirectly asked, now they're directly asking about this one. Okay, yes. So what is the right answer? Undoubtedly tyrosine and phenylalanine and dihydroxyphenylalanine. That's it already. But in another way, they're asking the question. Precursor of the biosynthesis of tropin group of alkaloids is, okay, precursor of the tropin group of alkaloids is leucine, lysine, ornithine, and tyrosine. What's the right answer? If not, okay, undoubtedly ornithine, okay, atropine, okay, tropin, O means ornithine, right? Remember like that, okay, tropin contains, okay, tropin contains O means ornithine, okay, yes. Next question. Choose the correct key intermediate for the synthesis of C63 units and which serves as a precursor for the biosynthetic amino acids. Okay, see, this question is given in 2024 and now, okay, in the GATE exam 1998 question has repeated in the 2024 exam. Same question. Okay, yes. So, undoubtedly answer is shikimic acid. So, sometimes the questions will repeat. Not sometimes, most of the times the question will repeat. Okay, that's why if you carefully listen to this video, if you carefully listen to this class, you can answer maybe 90% of the questions from the cognosy. Okay, yes. Now, next question. Phenylalanine, ornithine, and methionine are involved in the biosynthesis of which of the following? Lysergic acid, rhizophine, L-1 and papaverine. Okay, phenylalanine, ornithine, and methionine are involved in the biosynthesis of which of the following? GATE 1996 question. Okay, clear. So that's why pathways are very important. Okay, and yes, in the module, in the GDC module, we have clearly mentioned, okay, a full page is covered with the alkaloids, the individual alkaloids pathways. Okay, how the morphine was synthesized, how the caffeine, and how the atropine. So please do get these modules. We are mentioning the link below the description. Okay, yes. So 𝐿-𝙂𝙬 is the right answer. 𝐿-𝙂𝙬 is the right answer. This question is from the 1996. That much stuff they are in the time. The GATE exam is that much up, even though GPAT is also okay tough if you're not preparing. If you not prepare, if you're not study, it will prepare. If you study, if you remember, it will be easy. Next, 64th question. Lycopodium spores are used in the quantitative microscopy for the following 2023 questions. Option 1, okay, determine the percentage of purity of drug, estimation of the percentage of foreign organic matter, determination of parasite ratio, measurement of area of single layered cells. Okay, so for which of the following the lycopodium spores we are using? What is the right answer? Okay, so for that, microscopical evaluation is very important. Okay, yes. So only one, determine the percentage of purity. Okay, we are not checking the parasite ratio. Clear? Okay, so determination of parasite ratio is entirely different. But for the percentage purity of a powder drugs, we are using the lycopodium spore method. Okay, yes. And now, yes, so in the lycopodium spore method, it is mainly for the powder drug especially, and also try to remember the pore size, and the number of pores are present in 1 mg of drug. Okay, clear? The pore size of the lycopodium. So why we are taking the lycopodium? Because each spore, each spore when you take lycopodium spore, each spore contain 25 micrometers. Okay, and also if you take 1 mg of sample, 1 milligram of sample, on an average you are going to get the 94,000 spores. 94,000 spores. Sorry. Okay. Yes. Next question. Lignin is a complex polymer which can be stained pink in the tissue using the following chemicals. Yes, lignins can only be stained using. Lignin can only be stained by using. Clear? Mostly they present in barks. Okay, lignin is present in the barks, right? Hard tissues. But they can only stained by using which of the following chemicals? This question is from 2023. Chloral hydrate and fluoroglycinol, chloral zinc iodine, and fluoroglycinol and hydrochloric acid and chloral hydrate and zinc and ammonia. Zinc and ammonia. Clear? So what is the right answer? Undoubtedly option C is right, because fluoroglycinol is a common ingredient to stain hardened tissues. Okay, yes, and hydrochloric acid. Next, one of the following is example for chemical method of evaluation. Which of the following is a chemical method of evaluation? Okay, yes, determination of volatile oil, determination of refractive index, determination of vascular bundle. So which is the right answer? Detection of alkaloids is a chemical evaluation. Why? Because see, determination of volatile oil is a physical evaluation, where you can check the percentage purity, and refractive index also comes under the physical evaluation. But whereas determination of vascular bundles comes under the microscopical evaluation. But whereas determination of alkaloids is a chemical constant, so that it is a chemical evaluation. Okay. Microscopical evaluation, here it is. Fine. Yes. Now, HPLC analysis is useful for the types of analysis of herbal drugs. HPLC, high performance thin layer chromatography, is used for which of the following reasons? So mainly for the quantitative estimation of marker compounds, authentication of extracts, and the detection of pesticides, okay, and standardization of herbal drugs. Standardization of herbal drugs. Okay, what's the right option here? Okay, HPLC is used for, okay, is used for the all of these things that's meant to be high performance or high pressure thin layer chromatography. It can attain all of these things. It can be done for the quantity estimation of the compound, marker compound, authentication of extract can be done, detection of pesticides can be done, standardization of the herbal drugs. Okay. Yes. Next, limit for the following heavy metals are mentioned in the WHO for herbal drug evaluation. Okay, there are, okay, in the WHO guidelines there is a limit for the following heavy metals. Okay, they should be exempted. They should not be there. Okay, clear. One is cadmium, mercury, lead, and arsenic. So what is the right answer here? Okay, which of the following are the limit for the heavy metals? Okay, in the herbal drug evaluation. So the right answer will be A, B, D only. Clear? Because we are using the mercury. We are using in the mercury in the Siddha system of medicine. In the Siddha system of medicine, we are using mercury. Clear? Yes. So that's why we are using mercury, but remaining all are, okay, they are not allowed in the preparation. Okay, they are the limit. They should not be used. Okay, next one. Marker compound analysis is one of the compound used for the method of evaluation of herbal drugs. But which of the following statement is not true? Marker compounds, you know, the biomarker compounds, okay, they have a lot of functions, especially in the evaluation of the plant drugs, especially evaluation, clear, biological evaluation. Okay, but which of the following statement is not true? Used to verify potency or identify the drug, herbal drug. Marker compounds are always therapeutically active. Quantification of marker compounds can be carried out by the HPLC and HPLC and HGC. Marker compounds are generally secondary metabolites. Okay, which statement is not true? Okay, biomarker compounds means they are just for the evaluation, but they are not having any type of therapeutic response. They do not contain any type of, okay, therapeutic response. They are not always therapeutically active. They may be active, but they are not always therapeutically active. So that statement is wrong. Okay, next question. Which of the following powder shows the greatest degree of dustability? Which of the, okay, following powder shows a greater degree of dustability? Okay, GPAT 2020 question. So the right answer will be, that's why we are choosing the lycopodium spore method. See, that's why we are selecting the lycopodium spore powder. Okay, lycopodium powder. Why? Because see, it has a desired particle size, clear, and they have a desired surface area as well. That's why. Specific. Next, 1 mg of lycopodium spore contains average of how many spores? So 1 mg of powder of lycopodium contains how many spores? 97 spores, 96,000 spores, 95,000 and 94,000. Okay, you should remember the formula for the lycopodium spore as well. Okay, okay, clear. So undoubtedly 94,000 spores can be seen in the lycopodium powder 1 mg. Okay, next, the size of lycopodium spores is GPAT 2090 question again. 45 micrometers, 15 micrometers, 13 micrometers, and 25 micrometers. Undoubtedly, that's what we have discussed already. 25 micrometers. Clear? Next. Choose the right combination from the following microscopic features and their crude drugs. Okay, clear? So, diacetic stomata and sessile and glandular trichomes, parasitic stomata, unicellular vatty trichomes, anisocytic stomata, anamycetic stomata, and anisocytic stomata, multicellular covering trichomes. Okay, here we have mentioned the drugs, that is Datura, Wasaka, Senna, and Distalis. See, here what you need to do is, so it is complicated, I know that, and this question is from 2017, but see, you need to remember, you need to find out at least 1 to 2 right options, 1 to 2 right options. Okay, we are unable to remember, it is difficult to remember everything, but at least 2 right options. Okay, so let me tell you from this right answer, 1 is equal to Q. Okay, diacetic stomata and glandular trichomes have been seen in the, can be seen in, okay, Wasaka. Okay, Wasaka have got the glandular trichomes and diacetic stomata. Clear? See, okay, and yes, 2 means R, that means parasitic stomata and unicellular vatty trichomes. Vatty trichomes are seen in Senna. Okay, try to remember these two. Okay, Senna contains vatty trichomes. Okay, vatty trichomes, and see, only 2 special trichomes we can remember. T means C trichomes are seen in T-shaped trichomes are seen in Naxomica. Okay, and whereas VAT-T trichomes are seen in the senna. Try to remember these two hints, thereby it will be very easy. Next, leaching by immersion of the crude drug material solvent is also known as, okay, leaching means simply we are just getting the, okay, leaching means just after adding the solvent, okay, after adding the solvent to the crude drug, okay, without any heat or without any mechanical process, if the drug is directly leaching out from the cellular parts or the cells of the particular plant drug, so that will be what type of process it is? It is a maceration. See, without any heat or without any mechanical pressure, if the drug is coming out, the process is known as a maceration. Okay, that method is maceration, the process leaching. Okay, so the question is from the 2019. Okay, maceration, precipitation, evaporation, crystallization. Clear? Yes. Leaching means extracting out. Iotropic method as recommended by WHO is useful on which of the following methods? For the determination of volatile oil content, for determination of pesticide residue, for determination of water content, for determination of foaming index. What is the right answer? The right answer will be undoubtedly it is for the water content. Iotropic method is recommended for the, okay, evaluation of by WHO is useful in the determination of water content. GPAT 2016 question. Next, match the following fluorescence produced by the following drugs. Okay, ergometrin, which type of fluorescence? Ergot powder, amitin and rheum MOD. Okay, so for that, at least, see, we cannot remember for all the drugs fluorescence, but you should remember at least two drugs. Okay, clear? So you can see ergometrin and ergot powder, 1 for P. Okay, so ergometrin directly gives you fluorescence of blue. Okay, ergometrin. So I'll give you a hint here. Ergometrin is one of the important alkaloid of ergot. Tr means water soluble. Ergometrin is a water soluble. Okay, water is in a blue color. Clear? So and yes, 2 means Q, ergot powder red color. Okay, 3 means R. Okay, orange color, and 4 means yes. Sometimes the direct options they'll give you. Direct options. Okay, yes. Next question. All of the following are leaf constants except. All of the following are the leaf constants except. See what I meant by leaf constants. Leaf constants means in the leaves when they were growing. Okay, when they're growing, the number will be fixed. Clear? Leaf constant, the units are fixed. Okay, so what is which of the following is a leaf constant except? Clear? So tell me the right answer. Here itself that will be the leaf fiber. Okay, leaf fiber is a part, but it is not a leaf constant. Clear? Leaf fiber is a part of the plant, but it's not a clear leaf constant. Okay, the leaf constant, stomatal number, stomatal index, stomatal venolate number, vein termination number, parasite ratio. These are all leaf constants. Okay, clear? Which comes from the quantitative microscopy of the drugs. Next, sunken stomata is a characteristic feature of, okay, we have a 5 types of stomatas generally. Apart from that, there are 2 types of stomatas that you need to remember. One is one is sunken stomata, another one is circular stomata. Okay, sunken stomata and circular stomata. Clear? Yes. So sunken stomata is seen in the epidrata. Okay, whereas the circular stomata is seen in colchicum. C for colchicum and C for circular stomata. These two are very, very important. Okay, next, anisocytic stomata are present in which of the following leaves? Okay, this question is from the 2010. Yes, this is directly from the belladonna. Anisocytic stomata is in the belladonna. Yes, obviously. 1 mg of lycopodium spores used in the quantitative microscopy contains average of how many spores? So same question, but same question, but in a different aspect. Okay, yes, 2010 question, and yes, undoubtedly option A is right. Yes, 94,000 spores. Next, group 1 contain common reagents used in the pharmacognosy, and group 2, what is the purpose of using those things? Okay, yes, from that we can easily find out. If you know one already, question is already repeated. Okay, fluoroglycerol and hydrochloric acid for lignin. Okay, lignify tissues, for hardened tissues, right? So with that you can find out the right option. Clear? So sometimes we need to find the right options that we know, so that, okay, one means aqueous zinc chloride means, okay, S for the staining of cellulose and blue and nitric acid. Okay, 2 means fluoroglycerol and hydrochloric acid, staining of lignified pink color. Okay, see, that's what I said. 2 means Q. That's what already we have repeated the question. Okay, fluoroglycerol and hydrochloric acid for the lignified tissues. With that, see, that's why. Okay, no need to go through all the options, but at least if you know one right option, sometimes that may help you. So that is the right answer. Next, in WHO guidelines for the herbal drugs, contaminants include purines, pyrimidine bases, amino acids, pentoses, and pistil residues, arsenic, heavy metals, microbial load. Obviously, what about contamination? Contamination can be done by, is that they can by amino acids? No, they can be done by the pesticide residues, heavy metals, and microbial load. They can be considered as contaminants, which can pollute the or which can reduce the quality. Okay, yes. Next, the quantitative values determined for the identification of leaf drugs remain constant throughout the age of the plant, except which of the following is concept except which of the following is not a constant throughout the age of the plant? Which of the following is a not constant throughout the age of the plant? Okay, so undoubtedly that will be Wien-Eilert number. Wien-Eilert number will be changed. It will be changed. Okay, but this number will be same. Stromatal number, Wien termination number, stromatal index. Yeah, but Wien-Eilert number will be changed. Next, crude fiber value of a drug is a measure of soft tissue matter, woody matter, mineral matter, and organic matter. Clear? So crude fiber value. So with that, what you can determine? Undoubtedly, it can use to determine the woody fiber. Okay, crude fiber. Okay, woody matter. Okay, so fibers can in the wood, it is more fibrous in nature. Okay, yes. 2004 question. Next, lycopodium method can be used to find out the percentage speed of crude drug which contain multi-layered cells or cells. Okay, multi-layered tissue cells, well-defined particles which can be counted, oil globules. Okay, and characteristic particles of irregular thickness, length, and which can be measured. What is the right answer? Undoubtedly, this method is mainly for well-defined particles only. That's why we only applying this method for starch for some well-defined particles. Okay, yes. Next question. Total ash value in case of crude drug signifies. Okay, so in which condition? Okay, it signifies. GATE 2003 question. Organic content. Okay, organic content of the drug, mineral matter in the drug, addition of extraneous matter such as sandstone and woody matter present in the drug. Clear? Total ash value can be found for which purpose? It can be found for Q and R, mineral matter in the drug and addition of any extraneous matter other than the real one or other than the pure drug. If any powder drug is added, so that to determine what you need to do, total ash value. Okay, yes. Okay, we're almost there. 3 more questions to go. Okay, yes. Fluoroglycerol and hydrochloric acid are produced a pink or red color with which of the following? Again, this question is repeated. Okay, I think it's the third time this question, but in an indirect form. Okay, yes, undoubtedly fluoroglycerol plus HCl. HCl means a strong acid. Strong acid we need to add for the strong tissues. They are nothing but the lignified tissues or lignins in the baths. Yeah. So that obviously lignified cell walls. Okay, lignified cell walls, they need to be they acquire a pink or red color with the fluoroglycerol and hydrochloric acid. Okay, GATE 99 question. The following microscopic characteristics are associated with the drugs mentioned in the P2S. Match them. Clear? Clear? And rubaceous type of stomata, that is parasitic. Ranonucleus type of stomata. Okay, which of the following? Okay, they contain. What's the right answer? Please to comment down the answers. Okay. Yes, and also please kindly mention how many right answers from the 90 questions I have discussed from the introduction of pharmacognosy. Clear? Yes, tell me the right answer. The right answer will be, okay, 1 means Q. Rubaceous stomata will be seen in the 𝘂𝙎 acutifolia. Okay, but whereas ranonucleus stomata is found in the, okay, distalis purpurea. So that is the right answer. Okay, next. More of earthy matter in rhizome is determined by, okay, if in the rhizome more of earthy matter is there, in order to determine that, what we have? Okay, in order to find out the earthy matter, what we have? What method we have? Total ash value. Okay, the earthy material is separated and then weighed. The rhizome is washed in water and then the hydrochloric acid finally is weighed. Okay, acid insoluble ash is there. Acid insoluble ash is there. Okay, yes. So more earthy matter can be determined by the acid insoluble ash. Clear? So if you perform the acid insoluble ash, then only more earthy matter. Clear? Earthy matter means more metals may be. Clear? So that's why it is from the 1989 question. See, that's the GDC. The GATE examination from the 1989, we have taken the questions and now we are mentioning and now we are discussing here just to simplify your preparation. Okay. And the last question of this series and for this introduction part, okay, choose the correct synonyms of words, that is P to D, for the given type of stomata. Yes, types of stomata we have more than 7. Okay. But that more, these 4 are very important. We know anamocytic, endocytic, and diacytic and parasitic. Okay. So please comment down this answer of this one. Okay, 19th question, the last question of this one, in the comment box. This question from the 1988. Okay, GATE exam 1988. Yeah, see, that's a okay commitment of GDC when it comes to the preparation and the education of the students. Okay, 1988, from the 1988 we are discussing. Okay, the right answer will be undoubtedly, okay, C is the right answer. One means, okay, one anamocytic is known to be the solanaceous. Okay, 2 endocytic means to be the cucurbitaceous, and 3, okay, diacytic means to be caryophyllus, and 4, parasitic means cucurbitaceous. See, so that's all for today, my dear students. So with this, we completed the previous year questions of pharmacognosy from the introduction part from 1988 to today itself. Okay, from the last year, okay, from the 1988 to the last year, that is 2025, you have discussed these questions. Okay, if you have liked this video, please to share with your friends. Okay, and yes, so these are all the questions which are repeated till now from the introduction part of it. Okay, yes, we'll see you in the next class. Until then, have a great day and do not give up and do follow GDC. Okay, thank you. Jai Hind.